So really love this. Would I buy it? Hey, my name's Dave. Welcome back to SB Academy. We are looking at the Ishod Wair Nike SB shoe 2 months later. Let's jump into it. So what I'm going to talk about in this video is how each part of the shoe fared over 2 months. I've done a whole bunch of skating, transition, street, park, even like a 4-hour stint of just repeatedly trying to get a nose blunt slide, nollie, big spin out. So I'm going to talk about every part of the shoe, how it's fared, and then at the end talk about my overall reaction of the shoe 2 months later. So let's talk about the laces. The laces will come undone every now and then. Maybe that's my poor lacing technique, but they did tear a lot, and it was only until I discovered that there are these inner lace loops which are really, really important, and I missed that on my first initial review. But they only go up to the red bit, and actually I kept tearing my laces even after using those because I would tear them up here. So I'd do a lot of crooks, a lot of ollies, and it would rub right against this area, as you can see all the damage here. So I was still tearing my laces even though there are those inner loops just there. So let's look at the toe of the shoe. This is where I do all of my flip tricks, and you can see like I've gone through a big portion of this gum rubber sole. Is it gum? Gone through a big portion of this rubber sole, almost gone through all the way. And from this angle you can see how thick that was and how much I've gone through. So it's done quite well, but I have seen other people completely tear through the trainers in this space. So it's just something to be mindful of. If you're doing a lot of kickflips, this probably will tear through pretty quickly. The mesh has survived really well. I was initially thinking this would tear or break really quickly, but it's done its job. It's really tough. It hasn't broken through. It definitely gives your feet a lot of air when you're skating, so that's quite nice. That brings us on to the suede. So the suede has been pretty tough, and the good thing is there's a couple of layers, as you can see here, but I have torn through this, and it's because there are edges to the panel, and because there's so many panels, it just tore through really quickly. And this is the thing that I wish could be improved. The sole was really grippy. I'm quite happy with that. As you can see, there's a couple of bald spots now, but overall, really, really good sole. So this insole has probably been my favorite part about the shoe. I felt like I had so much board control, and yet I also had so much protection on the heel and the ball of the foot. So this has lasted really well. Really, really big fan of this insole. Okay, so my overall thoughts. I'm going to keep this nice and snappy. Overall, I really, really like this shoe, but would I pay 90 to 95 pounds every single time for it? It's tough. Reason why is because it's only 2 months in, and this is still a perfectly usable shoe. There's the damage that we've talked about, but this could easily go for another month, maybe, and 3 months on 90 pounds, you know, it's not too bad. I would hope that it would last longer, and the problem is everything is really good. The suede is really tough, the sole is really tough. It's those panels, it's the edges to the panels that catch. So I do wish that they could fix that somehow and just have one big panel. I understand the mesh is an important part of the shoe, and probably in warm-up climates it's very, very useful. My feet were cold a lot of the time in winter in the UK. Feel and comfortability, like it feels great still. Like I love the feel of it the moment I put it on, and the protection you get on your heel and the ball of your foot is the best I've got in a shoe so far, and I've still kept loads of board feel. So for the sole and the comfortability, this is great, worth every penny. Now, how's this affected my skating? Well, the shoe, I've managed to learn loads of new tricks in the past 2 months, not because of the shoe, but the shoe hasn't limited it to me, and it's a shoe that's great straight out the box. There's no putting it in the microwave or having to wear it in. It just works straight out the box. So I really appreciated that about this shoe. Would I buy this shoe again? Well, if it's for board feel, comfortability, skateability, all that kind of stuff, definitely. This shoe is incredible at all of those things. My main worry is the durability because of the panels and the edges just continuously catching. This has lasted me 2 months. I'm really happy with it, but if you need a shoe that's going to last you way longer than that, this might not be the shoe if you're doing tons of ollies, loads of flip tricks. If you're happy with 2 to 3 months use and you do tons of flip tricks, loads of ollies, and you're thinking, oh, that's not too much damage, then great, this is the shoe for you. But if you think I want my shoe to last me as long as possible and you do loads of those tricks, this may not be the shoe for you, because these panels will keep catching and you will have to keep buying new laces, as I have done. Well, that's been my review of the Ishod Wair Nike SB shoe. I really do like this shoe. I just think there is a shoe out there which is slightly cheaper, slightly more durable, and I'm looking forward to finding it. So thank you so much for checking in. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any thoughts, if you bought the shoe, I'd love to know what your experience was. Do you agree with what I've said? Do you think it's going to last more than 2 to 3 months if you do tons of flip tricks? Please let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Help this channel grow, and I really hope to keep making great videos for you. Have a great day. Speak to you soon. Peace.